And we're live. Hello, everyone. Should I sing you a song? Oh, Graham Potter's magic. He wears a magic hat. Fuck off, Moyes and Loppy. We've got our West Ham back. We kick it to the left. We kick it to the right. And when we win the Champions League, we'll sing this song all night. Oh. Welcome to Claret and Booze. I hope that gets sung. That's been doing the rounds on social media. Be a beautiful song. Bring a tear to me eye. Right, okay. So, talking of West Ham, have you seen the lineups? Again, it's gonna be. It looks like he's going free at the back, doesn't it? So he's brought Cresswell in, and Soler's gone out. So we've got Fabianski in goal again. Hopefully, Palace don't put any crosses in today. That'd be nice. We've got Mavro. We've got Kilman. We've got Cresswell as part of a back three. We've got Emerson and Wan-Bissaka that I'm assuming are going to be bombing on. More sort of attacking wing-backs, which is fine. We've got the dynamic, or they look dynamic, midfield three of Souček, Alvarez and Guido. But if they perform anything like they did the other day, we'll be absolutely fine. With Kudus and Paqueta. So, yeah. Whenever I see that midfield, I'm still stuck in the Moyes and Loppy era. I'm still kind of haunted by how these players looked then. So, of course, as always, I will reserve judgment. I mean, we know that this isn't going to be, it's not going to be like this forever with these types of players. But you kind of, he's got what he's got. Do you know what I mean? He's got what he's got. Right, let's see who we got in the chat anyway. Right, so we've got Carl. Hello, mate. How you doing? Hammers Mikey's going to be happy. He says, he's not having this shit with fans saying Potter has to make do with what he has. That is a poor selection. Yeah, but the thing is, Mikey. He's a coach at the end of the day, mate. I think it's about having a team that's more than some of its parts. Now, look, obviously, post this match, I could be agreeing with you. I could be saying you can't stick with these players in the middle. You know, the other game was a one-off, whatever. But he has got, it is what he's got in the middle. What do you want him to do? We've got no forwards. So Paqueta's got to play up front, or Kudus. One of those have got to play up front. So who else have you got to stick in central midfield? What do you want? We can't put Todibo at the back. If you want to go free at the back, we ain't got three centre-backs. You can put Casey in there, but he ain't got no experience yet. He's got to blood him in first. He has made him part of the first-team squad, officially, which Lopetegui never did. So now Scholes and Casey have been promoted to the first-team squad. They're first squad senior players now. I just think you've got to give him a little bit of a chance, mate. You know, I think it's going to be all too easy if he gets it wrong for us to jump on his back. You've got to give him a chance. You have. Cresswell, I mean, yeah, look. I know. But I don't think he'll play the full game. And as part of a back three, we've also got someone who can take set pieces. I just don't want to get into... Oh, do you know what? I'm not gonna preach to you. You can think what you want. But I'm personally not going to get into trying to pull apart everything that he's doing, because the guy is far more advanced in terms of the way that he sees football than me. He proved that in the last game. He was making tweaks and changes that I had to watch the game again to see what he'd done. He's very astute. He does know what he's doing. He's not going to put a team out there that he thinks is going to go and get battered. This is a 6-pointer against Palace. If they beat us, they go above us. We've got to win. We've got to win at home. We have to. He shouldn't be in this position. He shouldn't have been brought in at this stage. He should have been brought in 4, 5, 6 games ago, maybe even before. Well, let's face it, he should have probably been here at the start of the fucking season, shouldn't he? But these issues with the previous manager, they were there for all to see from a very early stage. It should have been rectified. But we are where we are. Wasim is clearly not happy with the lineup either. So Shane says, 3-1 to us, but Palace to score first. Do you still feel the same, Shane? I'm not going to go 4-0 now. I went 4-0 earlier on. I'm not going to go 4-0. I don't know what I was expecting to see. Somerville ain't back yet, is he? I don't know what I'm expecting to see in terms of a lineup. We ain't got a great squad. There's no depth there. There ain't. I mean, yeah, we can just throw a load of kids in. Of course you can. Just fucking throw Alford, Casey, Scholes. Just throw all the academy in there. But you can't, can you? I know it's romantic. We all want that. And these players will be a part of West Ham in the years to come. But there's a right way to integrate youth players into a team, and it's to sprinkle them in, it's to get them up to speed, and he is going to do that. In his press conferences, he's talking about the youth academy being front and centre. So look, I'm not happy with the lineup, but I'm not happy with our squad. I don't blame him for it. I don't blame Potter for it, and I bet you it ends up looking good. Might look shit on paper, but I bet you on grass it looks magic. David Terry says, you can see a big loss in the cards. No, don't be silly. Martin Popovich says, considering Palace struggle to defend set pieces, maybe Cresswell wouldn't be a bad option. There you go. We've got someone who can whip a ball in. But the counter argument to that is Emerson can, so can Scholes that we saw as well. So there is that as well. We saw Scholes had a really good delivery, didn't he? But Scholes is part of his plans. He's, like I said, he's promoted those two players, Casey and Scholes. So we will see more of them. We'll probably see Scholes in this game. 2-1 West Ham. I love it, Mike. Sorry, not Mark. AZ man, give Potter a chance. Let's see if this lineup. Yeah, look, you've got to give him a chance. And look, even if he gets it wrong, you can't go fucking Potter out on him straight away. He's been dumped into this mess. He's done well since he's been in. Let's see what happens, all right? Don't get me wrong. If we end up in a situation where we've got a fully fit squad and we've got a lot better options on the bench and we're still seeing the same faces being picked over and over and over again when there are better options on the bench, then that's when you've got to look at it and go, well, fucking hell, what's going on now? But that ain't the situation here, is it? It's not. There ain't really better options on the bench. You can bring Irving in, I suppose, but why? You know, did Guido play bad last week against Fulham? Did he? Did Souček play bad? You know, a manager comes in, the first thing he's got to do is repair a damaged environment, a damaged group of players. He's got to try and rebuild confidence. So if he puts a team out on the pitch and players play well, they can't then be rewarded with being dumped, even though Soler has. But Soler will be made to understand that that's because this is a tactical switch. We've got the three at the back, so a midfielder has to come out. He hasn't been dropped for another midfielder. He has got to consider that as well, you know. If he is a man manager, after all, you know. So I do think that's going to be important to him. I'm sure, you know, if he had a clean slate and he could just come in here now and just pick whatever players he wanted to play without causing any ructions, he probably would pick a very different team. But I think the dynamic and the politics around running a football team are very different than what we think anyway. Foxes are Screaming says, yeah, that's the team, innit? So the subs are, I ain't seen the subs yet. I'm assuming you're right. Areola. Why ain't Areola starting? Soufal, Scholes, Casey, Alford, Irving, Guillaume, Soler and Ings. Yeah. I mean, look, the only change here, when you look at that, when you look at the subs bench, yeah, there is something else that he could do, and that is play Soler instead of Souček or Guido. He could do that. That would make us look a lot more attacking in the middle, whereas this is a very blocky central midfield, you know. But if we are looking at putting Cresswell in a back three, it's not going to be solid, is it? So I don't know. I don't know what the sense is behind it. I'm just hoping there is a master plan. And Potter, who isn't averse to tweaking things mid-game, this is probably going to be how we start. If you look at how we went out against Fulham, very slow, wasn't it? For 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He kind of feels his way into a game. Don't fucking concede straight away, especially because we're rattled at the moment and we're hemorrhaging goals left, right and centre. Keep it steady. And then from 25 minutes on, we was a different team. We took the first half of that first half was Fulham's, even though they didn't really create too much. They hit the crossbar once. Second half of the first half, it was all us. Quick change, quick shift, change in formation. Mavropanos comes out to sort of right centre-back, pushes Wan-Bissaka up. All of a sudden, we're overloading everywhere. It looked much better. So you've got to understand that the way that this man sets out isn't necessarily how we're going to play the entire game. He played 3 formations in 90 minutes the other day. Patience. That's what you're going to be telling me when I'm tantruming after about half an hour and we're 2-0 down. Guillaume to start. No, I wouldn't start him. From what I've seen of him, I like it. He ain't being sold, by the way. That's all nonsense. Potter's not going to sell a player like Guillaume, who is a typical he's a typical profile of player that Potter does like to work with. He's a blank canvas. He can develop him. And also he's got a point to prove to the board as well, to say, no, that is not a wasted investment. Give me that player. I'll I'll turn him into what you paid for him or more. So no, Guillaume's not going to go anywhere. But I wouldn't start him because he is a bit lightweight. Right, the players are walking out onto the field. We've got how long to go until kick-off? 2 minutes. Ooh. I'm going to do me clock today. Honestly, please, ladies and gentlemen, please don't spoil it for me by putting "we've scored" in there. No, you can. Of course you can. I'm not going to read it anyway. I'm not. Just really pisses me off because I'm always behind. I'm always delayed. Right, so who else we got in there? I've scrolled down to the bottom. Apologies if I missed anyone. So we've got... I'll start from here. Joe the Hammer. Hello, mate. Serious Gaming TV. This is the thing. I bet he does. We just got to be patient. We don't know. Nick, what did you think of Moyes' first loss? Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice. But you know what? I'm gonna ponder on Moyes just for a second. I'm not going to go overboard on Moyes now. Now he's gone, okay? I said once Moyes, when Moyes left, I said he's going to be no more than a fart in the wind. But then we got a crap manager in. Moyes was still out of work. And it felt like the entire fan base were roast tinting like fuck about David Moyes. So that's why I carried on the David Moyes thing, just to keep reminding people, no, this bloke is a fucking duffer. So now David Moyes is in. It ain't even the fact that we got Potter. Now that David Moyes is in, he's forever home, like a little puppy. I'm relaxed. I don't care. He's not my problem anymore. He's not your problem. He's Everton's problem. Feel sorry for him because winning is not what he does. It fucking ain't. Yeah, there was too much roast tinting going on. I did not like it. Drive me mental. So what formation to start the match off? It's going to be 3 at the back. As I said, Cresswell will be part of the back 3. Well, I think it's kicked off, but it ain't on my stream yet, as per fucking usual. I'll start the clock when this kicks off, so you're all in time, all right? Well, here we go. At present, Palace are all huddled. West Ham are ready to go. We're all in shape. Yeah, look, 3 at the back. Looks like you got a midfield 5, so it looks like a 3-5-2. Is that even a thing? It's not, is it? Yeah, it is. 3-5-2. Is that Kamada who played for Frankfurt? I'm going to put me commentary on there. Here we go. Fly so high. Shit. Right, I'm going to get the time bang on. I know I'm well behind everyone. I am. I know. Fortune's always on. Oh, here we go. Shit, I missed it. Look, there we go. That's where I am. Probably miles behind you lot. Hello, Adam. How you doing, mate? Right, I'll get into the chat in a minute. I want to see how the game unfolds. Shut up, Lee. Hello, Manda. Mr. Hammer. It does look like that. It looks like Kudus is the furthest forward. You've got, at the moment, it's going to be that midfield 4, isn't it? He likes to play a box in midfield. He likes to pack that midfield out. Kudus is definitely the furthest forward. Shut up. Better not be. Yeah, you heads. What the fuck is Mavropanos going? Mavropanos was just literally pressing beyond Alvarez in midfield for no reason when, well, obviously not no reason. That's obviously what he's told to do. Well done, Alvarez. Destroying. Wins the ball back. Cool. Palace going to come forward or what? They're literally just knocking the ball about in their own third. Oh, my God. They're really slowing this game down, aren't they? Palace are playing keep ball. Knocking the ball about pretty well. They're progressing up the field. You got Eze. Knocks the ball out to the right wing. I don't know all their players' names. I might just go Eze, passes to Eze, who passes it to Eze, who falls over, who passes to Will Hughes. That's about it. And Kamada. I know Kamada. I weren't drinking, Stevie Bell. I weren't drinking. For those of you that are wondering what he's talking about, we had a Claret and Booze time capsule night. It was a Soul Train with DJ Allen on the ones and twos. DJing with me ruining all the songs. That's a good night, wasn't it? Good night on the Terraces. Good ball out to Kudus. He picks it up. Will Hughes up his arse. He turns. He drives. Go on, Kudus. Knocks it out to Pac-Man on the right-hand side, who feeds it back into him. He picks it up just outside the 18-yard box. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Go on. Paqueta on the overlap. He ain't going nowhere, though. Oh, he is. He is. He's got round him. He's got a ball in. Ooh, gathered by the keeper. Nice little bit of play there. Nice little bit of play. They're really trying to control the pace of this game, though, Palace. That's what it's like, isn't it? It's really slow. Three 0. I love that, mate. That was, mate. That was good play. He's like a new man, isn't he, Paqueta? Oh, God. That's not something you want to hear, is it? Graham Potter failed to beat Palace when he was at Brighton. Thank you, Mr. Commentator. Love that stat. You're in the future. Oi, oi, Tommy. The beard is coming on. It's coming. I don't know about coming on well. It's a fucking mess. I feel like a hobo. I've got to get it tidied up. It's like it just feels like I've got like armpit fuzz on the side of my face. I've got to get it shaped or something. Oh, Palace, you're boring as fuck, man. It's like watching Lopetegui ball, isn't it? It's knocking the ball along their own back line. Grow a pair. And again, they're going back again. Oh. Come on, get into them. It's like a really limp standoff, this is. There's no high press on this. I think it looks like we're leaving it for a low. I mean, we're allowing them to knock the ball about in their own half. Obviously, Palace are trying to bait us out. Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side picks the ball up. He's crowded out. There's about 3 players around him. But he does well. Does well. Doesn't win the throw-in. Unlucky AWB. Oh, Mateta down the left-hand side. Who's he crossing it into, though? There's no one in there. Well, that was shit, wasn't it? Right, drops out to Will Hughes on the right-hand side. Know very few of these players. Will Hughes to Gahey. I know Gahey. Is that Mitchell? Yeah. I'm learning their names. And you got Lacroix, who's a geezer who looks a little bit like Haller. He does. Next time it pans to his face, have a look. It's like a spit. It's like a double. Well won by Kilman. Oh, God. Oh, this is very, very patient play. I think we're going to have to wait until the 25-minute mark again. When old Potter is going to make a little tweak. He's going to make a little tweak and we'll see us bomb on. I'm hoping anyway. Kilman wins it again in the air. Doing a lot of hoofball, Palace. Well done, Alvarez. Got bundled to the floor. Free kick from deep with Cresswell standing over it. It's on the halfway line. What is Cresswell going to do? Not a lot. Knocks it back to Kilman. Is that why we brought you in, Cresswell, was it? This is cagey. Cagey as fuck. Shane says, Palace are like when the Viagra doesn't work and you're ready for a threesome. No, a little bit. Kudus running down the right-hand side, chops inside, knocks it into Paqueta, who switches it back to Kudus. Out on the left-hand side to Emerson. Cresswell on the overlap, but he whips it in, Emerson. Oh, Wan-Bissaka! Go on! Oh, mate, Wan-Bissaka. So a switch across from Emerson over to the other wing-back, Wan-Bissaka, who attempts a volley, but kind of fucks it all up. And it bounces towards Cresswell, who can't get his leg up that high. It's too old. Mark, are you taking the piss? I've got the clock on now. 8 minutes 30. It's in time with what I'm watching. He thinks he's Zidane. The only thing I've been able to kick, I've been doing this beard man challenge, and where I've got loads of goals that I've got to reach before I can shave my beard. The biggest one's obviously the weight loss goal. Going all right on that. Obviously don't look like it yet, but I will. I'll be like a Greek god in a few weeks. You watch. I wanted to do that as well. Really fucking struggled though. I did it about 4 days, and I was walking around the house like a fucking chicken, clucking everywhere, kicking the dogs. So that's going to wait to month 2. So I do apologise for everyone that feels let down by my weakness. But I just, I'm not going to lie to you, though. I haven't given up on that yet. I did try, but I will do. I will do. Soler and Skull, second half. Could be, mate. Could be. Yeah, I know. He's always behind as well, isn't he? He should have, but he ain't been dumped, has he, Danny? He's changed formation. So I don't think anyone in that midfield played particularly badly, so it probably would have been harsh on whoever dropped out. He's clearly starting with a more solid team. That's a good question, Simon. And there's only one. Can you guess who that is? Although there's not only one. Obviously, I would take Eze in a heartbeat, but I think Gahey, is it Guehi or Gahey, whatever his bloody name is. Yeah, either two of them. I think probably a defender would be good at the minute, but Eze, sexy player, isn't he? Great player. Colin Chilvers, he's 22 seconds in front of me. Oh, don't show off. Don't show off, Colin. Oh, Mateta's had a shot. Fabianski pushes it round the right-hand side. Yeah, so it was a good strike, to be honest, but he was never going to beat Fabs from there. It was poor from Kilman. I don't know what that was. That's just... He's got to be throwing his body at that. If that's Dawson running after that ball, he's going in there legs first to block the shot. Will Hughes on the left-hand side knocks the ball in. Absolute shit, Hughes. 2 bob. Thank God. He's in a back 3 though, Chris. He ain't playing as a left back. If it was Cresswell at left back or left wing back over Scholes, then I'd agree, but I wouldn't put Scholes in the left centre back. No way. Pac-Man with a throw in. 2/3 into the pitch in the Palace half. I'll get it off Glasner. Fucking wants to see him. What? Camera's been focused on him for 10 seconds, pointing his finger. Boring. Wan-Bissaka throws it back to Mavropanos, who knocks it over to... We're going to do it now, are we? Yeah, Fabianski to Kilman. No, we've gone forward. Down the line to Kudus, who's picked it up and gets bummed to the floor by Sebastian Haller, lookalike Lacroix or Lacroix. Is it Lacroix? Why is there an R in there then? If it's Lacroix. Oh, he proper chested him to the floor there, didn't he? So we now have a free kick over on the left-hand side with a Cresswell delivery. Is he going to knock it back to Kilman again? Or is he going to whip that bad boy in? Souček standing in an offside position. Here we go. Arms up. Whips it in. Shit. Fucking beat the first man at least. Alvarez knocks it back into... Looks like Gahey's sorted that out. Ooh, Alvarez done well. Well done, Alvarez. And he won the foul. Beautiful. Dirty bastard Munoz. So quiet in that stadium, isn't it? I would have thought that there'd be a little bit of an atmosphere building, some sort of excitement. I just feel like I feel like the last two managers have broken the match-going fan. Think how shit that must have been for the past 2 years, 3 years, sitting in that place watching dour fucking football. I don't blame them. We get it back though. We get it back. Oh. Sarr on the right-hand side. Ooh. Kilman intercepts. Puts a really fucking heavy pass out to Emerson, who lets it slip out for a throw-in. This is a proper cagey game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in this. I said 4-0 before. I said 4-0 before the game. Kudus is doing a lot of thankless running around and pressing on his own. I'm surprised this is more. This feels more defensive than what we did against Fulham. It actually does. It's far more cautious. We was sort of pressing against Fulham. A bit clumsy from Pac-Man there. Bundled over Gahey in quite a dangerous position for a free kick from them. Sloppy Pac-Man. Pick your moments. Got fucking Eze now standing over this. Not Aaron Cresswell. I don't think Rashford's coming in, mate. I think you can get the idea out your head. I could see him going to Milan. From what I've been told, I think that is where he is going. 4-0 to West Ham. I was feeling positive earlier. I'm still feeling positive. I think we'll win. But this is a scrappy game so far. It will, Amanda. It will. Ball whipped in by Eze. Shit. Oh, they got a corner, though. Don't want to tempt fate, but we should be fine from corners. A team full of fucking giants. We are, mate. I hope the rumours are just that, in that Potter is happy with the squad that he's got and isn't necessarily busting a gut in terms of demanding new players. In fact, I think he might be rejecting a few, which is good, because he's not going to accept any old shit that Sullivan and his mate Salthouse and Silkman want to push on him. Because we're linked with some great players and we're linked with some shit and all. And you know the shit players are coming from.
I know you want that, Jonathan David, but Will Salthouse has got this player on his books. He's scored 3 goals in 500 games. What do you reckon, Graham? He's nice and cheap. No, I think I'll make do with what we've got for now. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. All right then, fucking dickhead. Stick your wand up your arse. Oh, make something happen, West Ham. Come on. 17 minutes in. Yeah, well, I don't know how we do that. I'd love to get Delap, mate. Be brilliant. He really would be. Ain't going to happen, though. Ipswich ain't letting him go. We'd have to pay a lot of money for him. A lot. You're looking at 40, 50 million now, I reckon, for that player. I'm not joking. He could well... Mate, look, listen, I'm of the opinion now. I'm feeling that... Oh, look at the feet of Mavropanos driving up the right-hand side. Lovely play. He's continued his run. He's giving it to Wan-Bissaka, who knocks it inside to Kudus. Kudus picks it up. Ooh! He jinks inside. Knocks it out to Emerson. You got Cresswell blistering run on the overlap. He's giving it to him and all. Cresswell, what are you doing? He just let it go for the fucking corner. Whip the ball in. Right, anyway. That's enough of that excitement. Cresswell corner. Is he going to fucking beat the first man this time? Like he didn't do with that free kick. Cresswell. Standing proud over the ball. The arms up. He whips it in. That's fucking shit. I'll take a better corner than that. Out to Alvarez. He takes a shit shot as usual. 30 yards. I don't know why. He should be banned from... I'd fine Alvarez every time he shot. I would. I love Alvarez, but he can't shoot. Tyrick Mitchell is down, I believe. No, he's up again. What was that? Just slowing the game down, was it? Cheating bastards. No, they won't, Steve. You're right, mate. You're right. It will come back, mate. If obviously it keeps improving, they're going to need to sprinkle. We're going to need some excitement from a new signing. And I'm saying that you would think that we've got enough fucking flair players as it is, but Potter's going to want to stamp his own authority on this team with his own player. Emerson and Cresswell failing to get the ball in from the left-hand side. It's been worked back to Guido, who knocks it out to Mavro, who toe pokes it out to Wan-Bissaka. Paqueta keeps the ball. Alvarez, Wan-Bissaka, knocks it into Paqueta. Lovely ball. He always tries to thread that ball through the eye of a needle, doesn't he? Lovely, Pac-Man. Wins the ball back. You're a genius, Pac-Man. Wan-Bissaka, Paqueta. Oh, fuck me. Souček tried to get his first touch of the game on about 17 minutes. Close, Souček. Close, mate. Ball's just been bypassing him, innit? He's been having his usual anonymous game. He'll pop up and fucking score and everyone will say he's great again, though, won't he? Well, based on what I've seen here, I'm going to make you right, Mikey. Although Cresswell did do well there, didn't he? You take that back. Could have dropped him much deeper. I don't know. He's back at left back. Good work from Kudus. Oh, bit of a hospital ball from Guido there, but Alvarez recovers the situation nicely. The ball finds its way out to Mavropanos, knocks it back into Guido, who hopefully picks a better pass this time. Safe to Kilman. Oh, fucking stop with his square passing, bollocks. Right. We've just lost the ball now because we're dicking around making fucking 6-yard passes to each other. Miles Sarr inside the 18-yard box. What's he going to do? Ball's whipped across. Oh, I don't like this. I'll be honest with you. I fucking hate the shitty, pointless passing in our own third. I don't like it. It's literally what Palace were doing for 10 minutes at the start of the game. It's our turn now. I'm moaning already, aren't I? It's poor from Alvarez, but you just run out of options, John. They're just the way they're playing, retaining the ball when they're so compact like that. You can only pass the ball fucking 6 yards, and you might as well hang on to it. So of course you're going to get closed down. Not been as silky this game, the passing, the interplay from us, as it was against Fulham. This has been sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Ooh, Kudus takes down Eze on the left-hand side. Going to have another free kick to defend now. He did well, Kudus. Just didn't need to fail him, I don't think. I can't, Gary. I can't help but moan. James a Hammer. He'd like to see us get Carl Walker-Peters in. He's a good player. He's a good player. Yeah, I know. That's all I ever hear. Souček scores a fucking goal and does 2 half spins. And he's basically turns into Zidane in the eyes of some fans. Most of them the same ones that love Moyes. Right. It's because he is the poster boy of Moyes ball. And they know that when Souček goes, that is Moyes ball has officially been put to bed. They're just not ready to let it go yet. They're not. Let it go. Oh, mate, what a boring half of football this has been. Right. Why couldn't Mickey do this one? Fuck's sake. Wish I had last week. That was fun. Good bit of play from Souček there. Chests it, knocks it over his head. That was definitely ours. I don't know, mate. I wouldn't like to say. It's very close. It's down to Sullivan. It isn't down to the player. Terms are agreed in principle. It's now down to Sullivan to stick to his side of the deal and not start fucking around trying to get other bits and pieces that weren't agreed in the first place, which he's already doing. So he'll probably fuck the deal up. And then they'll call the player and the agent greedy. That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. Souček is a legend. I agree. He is a legend. Mickey and Booze. I am calm. I am calm. Thank you very much, Shane. Yes, if you wouldn't mind dropping out the live chat, because the love heart isn't the like button, just for a second, and hit the thumbs up underneath the video. Goes a long way. Thank you very much. Yeah. I mean, he offered the 40 million that Villa wanted in the summer in January when it was, 60 million. And then said we tried. Better ball in from Cresswell, but didn't attack it very well, I don't think. Wan-Bissaka wins the ball back. Plays it out to Emerson, who knocks it into Cresswell. Who fucks it up. I've not seen that for a while, Fortunes. I've not seen that for a while. I reckon it will happen, mate. I think we've got to be patient. I just think this is a process that Potter's got to go through. He's got to rebuild the morale at the club. So you can't go in there dropping a bomb, just fucking booting people out. I suppose he's got to work with what he's got at the moment and slowly phase his ideas in. I think that's what we're going to see. We know what he's all about. We've seen it before, We're not going to have 3 giants in midfield for long. That certainly won't happen. It is a new dawn, mate. It is. I'll be honest with you. I'm always like this when I watch a game of football. So it probably will come across as negative quite a lot because I do get frustrated when I'm watching the game. It don't mean I've got the ump with Potter or the players or anything else. I just get a little bit intense. I'm trying to be good. Cresswell dinks it over to Alvarez, who makes a mistake of nodding it down to Souček. We lose the ball. Oh, Souček knocks the ball over to their defender. Kamada. Wan-Bissaka infield. Knocks the ball out to Cresswell. Knocks it back to Kilman. Knocks it out to Mavro, who's now got Eze up his arsehole. Knocks it back to Fabianski. Wan-Bissaka done well there, but we've lost the ball. Eze out to Mitchell. Shit from Mitchell. Guido does well. Spins Eze. And makes a mistake of knocking it into Cresswell, who can't get there. Sarr inside the 18-yard box, knocks it in. Guido does well again. Kamada does an Alvarez. And knocks it into Rosed. Thank God. Yeah, he's not been amazing in this one. I think he'll be the first one that comes off. I think you'll see Guido come off. See, remember when we played Bournemouth under Sloppy Loppy? Soler was the one for a period in that game that was playing as a deepest line midfielder, and he was splitting the two centre-backs and doing a really good job at it because Soler is a very intelligent player. So his decision-making is bang on. You know, he was baiting the press, waiting for players to approach him. Then he was picking a pass. And then there is a pass beyond the pressing player. That's how you got to do it. You got to use your brain. So I don't think Soler played as a deeper midfielder is a bad idea. I think I'd like to see it. And he's a bit tenacious. He does like a tackle, doesn't he? Likes a yellow card and all. Hey, hello, mate. You all right? Who's this? Who's Jonesy 33? Is it one of the boys or is it one of the parents? Or is it one of our rivals? It's Cuffley Stars, everyone. My boys' team. Why are you playing a low block? I don't think it's a low block. I just think it's a bit of a static game. I don't think there's much going on. I mean, what the fuck are Palace doing? What are they doing? Look. Gahey. Out to Haller. Good bit of pressing in the mid block there. I think we're playing a bit more of a mid block. No, I would not take a point today. I think a point is shit against the Nigels. I'm just going to mute this a minute. This is my opposition manager tomorrow. 1 minute. Right. We've actually got a game tomorrow. It's been postponed every weekend for the past fucking 5-6 weeks. Palace, a poor man's Arsenal. Lincoln Harper, there's no space when we get the ball. It's not a good game so far. No, this is dull as shit, I'll be honest. This ain't exciting. He's got to freshen up that midfield. We've not got... I don't like this. It's too cautious. Paquetá dinks it over to Souček. I think he was shoved there. Souček don't dive, does he? Oh. That looks a pen to me. They need to have a look at that. Alvarez picks up a yellow. Yeah, I do. I'm kind of with you on that. If you're talking about Guido and Souček in central midfield, I think this is a fucking problem. I've got to be honest. It's a problem that's got to be resolved, and a lot of people have been saying it. We're never really gonna. That's not enough, I don't think, for Souček. We need more in midfield. They do a good job for what they are, but you need more. You need more dynamism in the middle if you're going to progress up the field. If you want to knock the ball about at the back and then progress through the lines, you need people who are capable of doing it. I think Soler would be a change that would really help us. Fucking Cresswell, what are you doing? Put Fabianski under a load of pressure there. Guido into Alvarez, into Souček. Those three players just did really well. Paquetá feeds the ball through to... I think they've got Kudus's number as well. I don't think Kudus has got the beating of these defenders. I don't think he's going to get anything out of them. Sarr in behind on the right-hand side, up against Kilman. What's he going to do? Feeds Guido. Oh, my God. That looked clumsy as fuck from Souček. If that was me, I'd be screaming for a free kick. I thought that was a push. Clumsy from Souček, but the foul did not get given, thankfully. I would actually say that Palace have edged this. I think they've been a slightly better team. They've done more with the ball when they've had it. Two shit teams this has been today. This is a far cry from what we saw the other day. We're 35 minutes in now. Potter, we need to see something, mate. He needs to keep our momentum up. Don't bore the fucking tits off of us with these defensive cunts when you've got Soler sitting on the bench. Please get either a Guido or a Souček off. One or the other. I don't give a fuck. Just get... Guido's got to be the one, hasn't he? Get Guido off for Soler. Eze. Into Sarr. Well done. Oh God, they're gonna score in a very limp way if we don't pick this up. Fabianski doing well there. They had a chance. We do need a proper number 9. It's so bloody obvious, Paul, isn't it? So obvious. Yeah, I know. This is worse than Mickey talking about his toothache. Yeah, I know. Mickey will be back. You'll have your Mickey back soon. All right. He had to go to work today. That's all. So I stepped in. I thought it'd be a good game today. It'd be fun. London derby. We've got momentum behind us, but fucking no, it's not. Kudus not really getting much service up front. He's not, and he's up against a couple of very mobile defenders there. I don't think he's going to get much change out of them three, is he? Let's face it. He needs... He's not a centre forward as it is. You can't just play him up there isolated. He ain't going to do fuck all, is he? It's got nothing to do with the fact that he's not bothered, mate. He's been putting lots of effort in. He's chased back a few times. He's up there. It's isolated. It's a thankless task. He's not Mikel Antonio. He's not a battering ram. Soler is a must. He's got to get him on. I don't know why we're watching 3 fucking CDMs again. Grumpy channel, where's the wand? I don't know, mate. He needs to whip it out in a minute. Whip it out, Graham. Leon, you're a gentleman. We've needed a number 9 every window since GSP bought us. We actually have. How many strikers have they actually gone through now? It's a fucking ridiculous amount, isn't it? It's a lot. There's a lot of forwards. I think I went through the list about 12 months ago. It's actually embarrassing. I should be embarrassed. Thank you again anyway, mate. Yeah, we haven't had a shot on goal yet. It's not good, really, at home. Oh, I think if any game has proven that we need a fucking player, this is it. Hello, Dan. Not well, mate. I think Palace are edging it, if I'm being honest, but 2 shitty teams. Eze with a Rabona cross to no one. You know Paqueta, mate. Not Paqueta. You know Payet. Yeah, a bit of a dull game, mate. It's very Loppy and Moyes-esque at the minute so far. Just being honest. You got to say it as you see it. This has been poor, this one. We're very deep, very defensive, very static in midfield. Look very leggy as well. Playing Caduceus the furthest man forward up against 3 very capable defenders. Paqueta just comes... not Paqueta. Fabianski comes out. Punches the ball away. All 3 games are 0-0 so far. Is Fabianski all right? It's fucking boring, isn't it? It's a boring game, especially in that place. It's so bad. I've been there twice this year. I went 10 times last year. Twice this year. I've been to more away games this year. 5 away games this year. So much better going away. I don't think anything could make that stadium better. I mean, obviously watching a better game of football, but the actual experience sitting in that stadium is shit. It just is. And that's not down to the manager or anything else. That's down to David Sullivan and his fucking secretary Brady. Can't believe we sacked Lopetegui for this. Give it time. Danny Moore should have stayed out. You should have, mate. You should have. Go back, wherever it was. Oh, we're just fucking working the ball back to Kilman, who works it back to Mavro, who knocks it into Guido, who knocks it out to Wan-Bissaka, who fucking stupid shitty pass. And Mitchell almost nips in front of Wan-Bissaka. Stop fucking around, West Ham. Pointless, shitty, fucking square passing. Not a very enjoyable game so far. Don't know whether you've noticed. I was full of energy when I came on here. The football is starting to sap that energy. Doesn't have a London derby feel at all. This is like a fucking friendly game. A really limp friendly. It's got nothing to do with the players' energy levels either or anything like that. I'm going to say it, this is a way that we've set up. On paper, this looks shit, and on grass, it looks shit. Epic, are you taking the piss? You would have kept fucking Lopetegui for... No way, mate. He was shit. 10 times worse than Moyes. I thought you was joking. Palace with a shit cross in. Eze picks it up inside the 18-yard box. Dancing feet, they can't get it off of him. He knocks it back out to Kamada. Kamada does another Alvarez. Knocks it over the bar. Who mentioned sloppy, Badham? Yeah, the atmosphere. But to be fair, the atmosphere was dire at the start. It's like watching a different team again. This is literally like going back 3 weeks. This is poor. Poor. Really poor. He's just overloading that midfield. The commentators are picking it up as well. I don't know whether you've got the same commentary as me, but they're saying the 3 midfielders are doing the exact same job. It's too much. It's too samey. There is no balance in that midfield. Big, lumbering fucking players being asked to knock the ball about and play football. Hence why we keep on making sloppy passes and losing it in the fucking middle. If you're going to play these big bastards, then just play hoofball. Sorry, I'm going to say it. If you want to play technical football, put technical players in the team. It's too much. Just fucking patient. Bollocks. Build up. It's annoying me. It's actually annoying me now. He better change it at half time. I'm going to have a proper whinge up. I love Potter. I do. But he's got to learn that West Ham fans don't want to watch fucking football that's played at 5 mile an hour. It's dull. It is bleak. Well, we've got youth and we've got fresh legs on the bench. You've got Alford on there. You've got Soler. You've got Guilherme. There's plenty you can do. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he's done here. This is bad. There are too many fucking old Moyes players. I mean, are we ever going to move away from this shitty identity? It's like we're doing the half and half again. Fucking Hovis, they should call us. Half and half. I mean, this is the type of game, if we lost this, I'd be very annoyed because we have not given this a good go. So if we played with this game plan, which is far too negative, if David Moyes or Lopetegui was to set up the team like this, I'd be fucking fuming with those 3 defensive players in the middle, with 3 centre-backs as well. 3 centre-backs and 3 central defensive midfielders. 6 defenders. If Moyes or Lopetegui set up like that, I'd be fucking fuming and I'd be miserable, especially if the game played out the way you think it's going to play out. It's got to be it. It's got to be half time, innit? I'll be happy when this game's over. It's a weird little bloke, isn't he, Will Hughes? I know his options are limited, mate. I know, and I was saying that before the game, but when you look at that midfield where he's picked 3 central defensive midfielders, he's got Soler on the bench, who is a different type of player. He has an option on the bench to change the midfield. We don't need 3 fucking blockers in there. You just don't need it. At home to Palace, you don't. Fans are depressed. The players look depressed again. Inspire this team, Potter. Inspire this team. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go and get a drink. Not an alcoholic one, though. All right? Not an alcoholic one. Back in a minute. I don't know how to... Shall I put a banner up, just so you all know? I'll put it in now. 5 minutes. Right. 1 minute. Let's get that. Where's... Hang on. 1 minute. 1 minute. Well, back in a minute. I'm back. Right, okay, well, what's he going to do in the second half? I mean, the options are there. The options are on the bench. That was as drab as anything we've watched this season. Obviously, not as defensively bad. I suppose you've got to give it that. It's 0-0. We ain't conceded. I don't know. Have you got to give him time? Have you got to give him... He did say, you can't... When you're hemorrhaging goals the way we have been, which is kind of records amount of goals, is that what he's focusing on? Just making it tight and then slowly trying to... I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that at home to Crystal Palace for us to be setting up like that is pretty embarrassing. 3 centre-backs, 3 central defensive midfielders for 45 minutes. How many shots did we have on goal? What are the stats? Hang on. We had 41% possession. We had 3 goal attempts and none on target. Not a single shot on target against Crystal Palace at home. Very dull. Very dull affair. Let's stop me clock. Hang on. Anyway. Look, hopefully it'll be a game of 2 halves. I just don't really... I don't know why he started like that. That's the real concern for me. I mean, they're recapping a couple of the chances here. I mean, they're going to be few and far between, aren't they? But I thought Guido was a bit of a car crash today. I thought Kilman, again, when he just kind of shadowed Mateta and allowed him to get that shot off. I said earlier on, if that's Dawson's throwing his body on the line there to get that shot blocked. Kilman don't do that. It just allows him to shoot across the face of goal. They're looking at the shout for Thomas Souček for the penalty. It was a bit of a shove in the base of his back, but don't think we deserved anything from that, did we? Did Bournemouth beat Newcastle 4-1? Okay, now. What are the scores in the other games? Someone said that it was all 0-0s, wasn't it? Bloody hell. Right, so you got Brentford 0, Liverpool 0, Leicester 0, Fulham 0, and West Ham 0, Crystal Palace 0. Fucking hell. It's a great day for the Premier League, isn't it? 3 o'clock kickoffs as well. Do you feel like teams in the Premier League now, do you feel like they're too cautious? Do you feel like teams are just so worried about fucking losing now? And I include us in this if you look at that today. Are you too worried, too scared of losing that it kind of takes away from your attacking threat? Is that? I know there's a couple of exceptions in the Premier League that play progressive football, but most of it now it is kind of blocking and like counter-attacking shit, isn't it? I think football's definitely changing in the Premier League. I mean, Pep ball ain't working no more, is it? Even Arsenal have turned into a fucking shit-house team. They played well against Spurs the other day, but typically they haven't really been playing like that all year. When they played against City, do you remember that one? They literally camped all their players in their own 18-yard box. So Mikey says, Potter knows what Scholes and Soler offer, so why the fuck has he not started with them again? He didn't start with Scholes because he played Cresswell in as part of a back three. I get that. I don't agree with it, but I get it. I wouldn't play Scholes as left side of a back three. So it was either Emerson or Scholes. And I think at the minute I would always start with Emerson. Scholes, he'll come on. Soler, I can't argue with, Mikey. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Soler should be on the field unless he's injured or he's picked up a knock. Don't know. All right, what's everyone else saying here? Match of the day is going to be entertaining. Yeah, I think give that one a swerve. I mean, there was the Bournemouth game, wasn't there? Bournemouth beat Newcastle 4-1. Hello, Ashley. You all right, mate? No, this is Nicky. This is Mickey's bag. I will dip in with the odd one when Mickey can't do them. I'll be honest with you. I like to watch the football with my son. He's got the ump at the moment. That's mine and his thing to do. We either go to football together or I watch football. Watch football with him. So yeah, this is Mickey's thing. I normally do the post match reactions. I'll do a couple throughout the season, obviously. James Lee says during January everyone plays safe while moves are being made. That's a good shout, you know. That is a good shout. It doesn't explain Bournemouth and Newcastle though. Ian Carville, we need to zip passes around faster. It's not the fucking zipping the ball about. We haven't got anyone in the midfield who's playing on the half turn. So you've got three players in the middle in Alvarez, Guido, and Souček who receive the ball. I mean, we saw Alvarez turn, open his body up, and drive up the field once last against Fulham. But on the whole, you play out from the back, you go into midfield, it's just going to go back where it came from every time. And then eventually you invite the press. We're too compact. Like I said, some of the passes are only fucking 6 foot. So we got closed down. Sloppy passes, we lose the ball. If you want to progress the ball up the pitch like that, you need players that can play on the half turn, receive it on the half turn, and then go. Open their body up and go. Soler. Or Paqueta. You know, drop him a little bit deeper. We need someone deeper that can do that can be that piece that can shift us up the field. You can't just play with 3 fucking tanks in there. You know, what do you expect to happen? You can have 1 tank. You don't need 3. I can't disagree with you there, mate. Honestly, it really was. And it could be us rose tinting, of course. It could be. But I don't think so. I think football is dull now. On the whole, it's quite dull compared to what it was. I mean, I'm still amazingly passionate over football. I am, but the game that we fell in love with was a different beast, wasn't it? Mike Adams, 100% they're worried. Look at Potter with all those deals. I mean, just, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can really explain that at home against Palace. Not really. I'm going to keep saying it. If he comes out with the same team, I'm going to be a little bit fucking annoyed. I've got to be honest. He's got to change it. He's got to. Guido was pretty poor there. Too many loose passes. He made a couple of interceptions, but he lost the ball. Lost the ball a few times. Carl says he surely will make changes. Roddy and Cresswell and Souček off. Guillaume, Soler and Scholes on. I doubt he'll make them all at half time, but the midfield one needs to be done. He's got to make that change. Or shift the fucking formation and move away from the 3 at the back. You know? Just give us an extra body in the middle. I don't know. Or have some attacking threat down the... Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. This has not been a good game plan from Potter. The games have been coming thick and fast. It's been a game every 4 days since he's been in. So the guy's been... not had much time on the training ground with them. When you think about it, you know, you finish a game, you go back, you recover. They have recovery sessions. Then the next day they'll have a training session, and then it's preparation for the following game. Then it's match day. So it's not like he's had a week on a training field with him yet. He hasn't. The games are coming thick and fast at the minute, but it will slow down. This is true. Where is the difference? No midfield, no heart, no passion. He ain't a fraud. You can't be saying that yet, mate. He ain't got the options yet. You can be frustrated with the game and with the selection, but we can't go name-calling the fucking manager yet when you've got Somerville injured, you've got Bowen injured, you've got Todibo injured, Antonio injured, Fulkrug injured. What the fuck do you want him to do? Do you know what I mean? It's not his fault. This ain't his mess. He's just making the best of a bad situation. Mancunian Hammer says, it looks like one of those performances where we relied on Antonio to inspire us. Absolutely. And there's been too many of them over the years, mate. You know, Kudus is not Antonio. We've seen him try. He looked like he was losing interest towards the end of the half. I'm not surprised. That is a thankless fucking task. Him up against 3 big centre-backs. He did come back deep at one point to try and win the ball, didn't he? It's not ideal, the way he's setting us up. It really isn't. Megadroid says, No, I just think that a lot of clubs are just better nowadays, and there's a lot of cancelling out. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, look, we're back out again. Here we go. Let's turn me noise back up. Are they back out yet? I don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Can't believe we're giving this crap Palace team the freedom of the park. I mean, well, this crap Palace team are up our arses in the table, mate. If they win, they go above us. I don't think they're that crap, you know. They're no worse than we've been for the last 3 years. They're not. We're on par. Us and Palace are on par on the shitometer, I think, you know. There's not much. If you had one of them dials with a needle, a shitometer needle, I reckon we'd be more or less, you know, more or less in parity. How long Somerville out for? Well, it can't be long, mate, because if Potter's press conference was everything to go by, it was a last-minute call, so he must be almost there, ready. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they're saving him for Villa away. We play anything like this, though, it ain't going to be good, is it? You know? That new manager bounce won't last long. You know, that's another thing as well. We should be embracing the new manager bounce. The fact that all these players are kind of, you know, motivated again. They look a little bit fucking miserable on the field there, didn't they? That was the other thing. They looked a bit bored and frustrated. He needs to embrace the manager bounce and drive with it. But who knows? The second half, we could see a different team come out, and we'll all be giving him credit, saying, "Fucking, I can understand it." We've been conceding goals for fun, so he kept it tight in the first half. He went tough, and in the second half, we just fucking ripped them to pieces, scored 7 goals. What a fucking genius Potter is. That's what we'll be saying after the game. What do you reckon? Oh, hang on. The chat keeps jumping. Soler is on. Good. Well, he had to do that. Cheers, Omar. Thank you very much, mate. You take a point now? I wouldn't. Oh, shit. The whistle's gone. No, it ain't. No. God, that is such a subdued rendition of Bubbles, isn't it? Fucking hell. Got a feel for them people in there. Come on, Potter. Sort this out. Oh, fuck me. How far am I behind you lot now? I heard the whistle blow on my phone about 30 seconds ago. There's a lot of empty seats there. People have stayed down there drinking their beer. They've gone, fuck that. Leave it 5 minutes. There we go. I don't know why I bothered putting the scoreboard up today. I don't think I'm going to need it, am I? But at least you got a clock. The Sporting Express says, these are professional players on a load of money. I don't buy not enough time on a training ground. They have played different positions in different formations in their careers. But if you played in a team, mate, and the guy's trying to set you up to play in a completely different way, it does take time. It does. I agree with what you're saying in principle when it comes to effort and application. But it's I don't think it's as easy as we think it is sometimes. Especially when you don't have the pieces that you necessarily want to play a certain way, and you're asking big lumps in the middle of the park to play tiki-taka. I don't think that's helping. But that was through choice. You know, he had Soler on the bench in the first half. But he's made the right change. He's made the obvious change. See, we do know our football, West Ham fans. We was all saying, bring Guido off, bring Soler on. What's he done? See, pat yourself on the back. Just goes to show you. These blokes get paid how many millions a year? We can see exactly the same things, you know? We could all do that job. Brilliant pressing from Alvarez there. Really good. He gave the foul away in the end, though. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm not looking. I think there's been a goal. I'm not looking at the chat. All right. Eze back to Mitchell. Back to whoever their fucking goalkeeper is. Lacroix, a.k.a. Haller. Oh, they're fucking around. We're pressing them. This has got to be us at scoring it. No. Eze, they're on a break. Oh, no. Mateta's through one-on-one against Kilman. That's never good. Fuck off. Kilman is shit. I'm sorry. That's Mateta. You're not up against Lionel fucking Messi. Don't stand 4 foot, 5 foot away from him so he can shift the ball, get a yard, and have a fucking strike on goal. I know you're the last man, but fucking put a tackle in, show some bollocks. He's terrible one-on-one, Kilman. It's a great finish. Very simple. They cut us open. So Eze picks the ball up. He knocks it through to Mateta. I don't know what Kilman's doing. I mean, the geezer ain't a fucking defender. He's a futsal player. He's great at carrying the fucking ball. He's 6'5", so can win the odd fucking ball in the air, and he's great at passing. But he ain't a defender. What is that? What is that? Honestly, I could fucking defend better than that now. Fucking hell. That is a gift. That is the equivalent of Fabianski letting a ball in his fucking net. Kilman, don't know what he did there. That was shit. Absolute joke. Fuck's sake. We don't deserve anything from this so far, let's be honest. Oh, now they're singing their stupid fucking song. Ooh, 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 ooh. This will put us back down to 14th, wouldn't it? God, that was a quick bounce. It was a quick bounce, wasn't it? Come on, Potter, do something. Make some miracles happen. All right, I'm going down the bottom of the chat now. I didn't want you lot to spoil it for me. Fabianski, he should have saved it, but what the fuck is Kilman doing? Honestly, the geezer cost us 40 million as a centre-back, man. Mavropanos gets so much shit. That was poor. Soler comes on and we have a gap in midfield. Possibly because of the way that he's playing, though, Mandy, as well. But you are right. I can't disagree with that. So what's the answer? We just stick with 3 deep defensive shit-ass blockers in the team because we can't play football? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. We need a proper striker on the pitch. We do. Probably, mate. Probably. We're going to have all the Nigels in the fucking chat soon, aren't we? Giving it large. All 6 of them. All 6 Palace fans. Pissy little tin pot club. Right. He shouldn't be scared of a fucking tackle, should he? He's a defender. He's already let Mateta just get a fucking shot off in the first half. He's shit. Exactly that, Trini. Mateta, It's not like you're up against Messi. He ain't going to jink around you. Why back off, back off, back off? He left about 3-4 foot. And he didn't even block the path of the fucking goal either. He was stood. If you're going to stand there and block, stand in between the player and the fucking goal. He was off centre. Just winding me up. Was a goal ages ago. All right, don't show off. I'm delayed on my stream, all right. Yes, I agree. He is a cunt. Right, let's get back to this wonderful game. Yeah, no. I think Mavro and Todibo are going to be... I'm telling you now, I've been saying this ever since Kilman went off injured, and then we finished that game with Mavro and Todibo, and that was the best our defence has looked all year, in my opinion. I think the common denominator, I've been saying it for a while, is Kilman, and his partners always end up looking shit. Danny Ings. Lewis Alford. Yes. This I can get on board with, although that looks like Scholes, not Alford. That's Scholes. That's Scholes, isn't it? Mind you, I can only see the top of his head. All we need now is for Moyes to win tomorrow, isn't it? 3-0. Fucking West Ham Twitter will explode again. Just as well I'm not on the fucking thing. Whoa, we've got nothing. What are we doing? Paqueta into Kudus, into Souček, who it was a shitball into him, but we're way off the pace. It's like we ain't trained. They've been out on the piss. It was bad. It was bad from Kudus, to be fair. Oggy is still better than these. Mate, Steve, 100%. Do you know what? Fucking Kurt Zuma, who couldn't even run, was better than these two. He was. He was better than them two. Definitely downgraded on the quality of player, in my opinion, we have anyway. Again, that isn't Potter's fault. We have to remember this. Potter didn't buy these players. But if I hear one more rumour that Potter's fucking happy with what he's got, I'm not going to be happy. I don't expect him to come out and slag his team off. He's got to say that. He's got to come out and say, I'm happy with what I've got. But you're hearing fucking ITKs come out and say Potter's actually quite happy with what he's got. He doesn't want new players. I hope that's not the case. He should be pushing for players now. Hey, now this is good. Danny Ings, Alford and Scholes. I'm on board with that. Come on. This is something to get our teeth into. 55 minutes. He's taking Paqueta off. Well, this is a bit odd, isn't it? So, Ings on, Paqueta off. What the fuck? Scholes on, Cresswell off. Yeah, I'll have that one. And Alford on and Emerson off. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Souček is he's impregnable in that team, isn't he? He's the only player that's not allowed to be subbed or dropped. Right, so we've got Kudus who shifted back out to the right. When we've gone back into let's let the shape settle down. I can't really see what's happened. Yeah, apparently Paqueta's picked up a knock. Right, so you got Danny Ings pressing. You got Soler on the left, Kudus on the right. Kilman pressing high, did well. What the fuck's Kilman doing? Is he in midfield now? It is a very, very static team. There we go. Alvarez out to Scholes on the left-hand side. Scholes into Alford. It's a big day for Alford anyway. Congratulations, young man. Ooh. Good bit of play. Red stretch. Kilman would be better as a 6. I agree. Not as a last line of defence. I think that's a good point. Right, so there we go. So we've got Alvarez picking the ball up. He's going to spread the ball out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka into Kudus on the right-hand side. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Come on. Get something going. Kudus out to Alvarez, who fouls. You're going to get fucking second yellow, mate. Carry on. Calm down. Calm it down. Dave the Hammer. There's got to be in there. He's the last player to go off. Although probably what he'll do is he'll probably score, and then I'll get clipped and made into a meme on YouTube for everything that I've just been saying in this video. Because he does have a habit of scoring. Let's face it. Fulham 1-0 up against Leicester. Oh, Sar's picked the ball up. It's gone out to Mitchell on the left-hand side. He's whipped it back in. Nearly found its way into Eze. Oh, God. Danny Ings is going to get fuck all change out of this lot. Alvarez got caught again. He's going to get a warning soon because he's on a yellow. He's got to be careful. Hello, Scott. Do the commentators hate us so much because of their love for Moyes, or is it something else? No. I genuinely do think that most of them are aligned with Moyes. However, what goes counter to that is some of the people that were saying, be careful what you wish for, West Ham fans, people like Merson, people like that. I've seen them criticising Everton for taking on Moyes by basically saying he's not what they need. You know, the opposite of what they were saying about Moyes staying at West Ham. Oh, my God, they just got another chance. Deep free kick from Eze, dropped over the top. Lacroix didn't really threaten, but Fabianski had to make a save. Yeah, I don't know. I think they I just think they hate us, mate. I don't know why it is. I mean, we're such an inoffensive team now, aren't we? Let's face it. It ain't like we're the West Ham of old at Upton Park. Scholes did brilliantly well there. Won the ball back on the left-hand side into Ings, who fucks it. Right, Kilman out to, is that Soler? All the way back to Mavro. Knocks it inside to Alvarez, who turns. Knocks it out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Drops it into Kudus. Kudus does well. Gets fouled. Well done. Good work, Kudus. Yeah. Alvarez off for Casey and push Kilman into midfield. Worth a go. Only to... look, I think Alvarez has played all right. I think Alvarez has been the best of the midfielders by far, but he is on a yellow and he is getting frustrated as fuck at the minute. So that's all I would do. If I was getting a bit nervous he was going to get the second yellow. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. I'm pleased to see the kids come on now. I mean, that's good. That is good. I'll tell you what, Kudus ain't the same player anymore, is he? Can anyone in the chat see anyone play? I'm not slagging him off. I'm just talking about the level that he's been at this season. He ain't nowhere near an £85 million player, is he? No one's triggering that in the summer. No one's paying 85 million for him. I can't see it. Question, Nick. Would you take Callum Wilson? No, mate. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, but you can where that's concerned. The geezer is... If he was a horse, they'd have shot him by now. You can't go taking every fucking player with such a terrible injury history. It was the same with Taiwo. With what's just happened with Fulkrug, with what we've seen happen with even with Bowen, we can't go out there willingly buying players that are likely to get injured. It's not worth it. Really ain't worth the risk. No, asking too much. Wan-Bissaka of Kudus there. But he's recovered the situation. Wan-Bissaka, Souček into Kudus, who loses the ball. He gets bumped off of the ball, but he's won it back. Well done, Mo. Good fighting, mate. Oh, definitely lacking a focal point up front, and it's so obvious. Kamada knocks the ball out to Tyrick Mitchell. He's running down the left-hand side. Shit ball in, thank God. Mavropanos did well there. So I don't think Mavropanos has played bad today. I don't think he's been the bad one. Another decent block from Mavro. Just pumping a long ball up to Danny Ings. We just pumped a long ball up to Danny Ings. You might as well bypass Ings and just giving it straight to their keeper. Well done, Alford. Unlucky. We haven't laid a glove on them, have we? We literally haven't laid a glove on Palace at home. I must admit, they're managing the game well, Palace. We're not. Right, so Kudus, good bit of yeah, they're just taking Kudus out. Whenever Kudus gets that ball, he's got 3-4 players around him. And they're literally up his arse. Souček is having a stinker, John. And he has a stinker most of the time. But it's just that every now and then he gets a goal, which turns him into, like I said earlier on, people start talking about him like he's fucking Zinedine Zidane. Soler into Alvarez. Alvarez out to, that was a bad ball. Behind AWB. Play it into his path so he can run onto it, for fuck's sake. Alvarez I'm talking about there. Dropping it back to Kilman. Back out to Mavro. Shit ball, but it finds its way to our player. Kudus loses the ball. He looks like he's losing the will to live a little bit, but he is still fighting. Oh, Fuse is being Are you going to book him, mate? Are you going to book him? He's all over him. He's a fucking albino, that bloke. He's got white everything. White hair, white eyebrows. It looks evil. Looks demonic. Oh. Okay, now what was that free kick? Oh. Well done, Souček. Souček nods a ball down to Ings, who puts it back out to Souček. Wan-Bissaka picks the ball up. Knocks it out to Kudus, who's got Gahey up his arse again. He don't get a second on the ball, Kudus. He ain't getting a second on the ball. It's an easy game plan to keep us quiet at the minute. I mean, when we've got Bowen and when we've got Somerville, you've got a situation. You can't double up on every one of them, can you? But when it's only Kudus out there who's your main threat, it's very easy to mitigate. Do you know what I mean? He's a great player. I'm not saying he's easy to mark, but you double up on him and you mark him tight. Oh, he's done well there, though. Up against Mitchell, but no, he's won the corner. Well done, Mo. Do you know what? He's keeping his head up. He's. It's been a thankless task for him today. He's not that good that he can take on 3 players every fucking time. Yeah, no, I've been saying it for a while, mate. He is. This has been our worst year. The first, I'm sure, this half of the season. Ooh, Danny Ings, Kudus. Danny Ings knocks it back out to Alford. Alford out to Alvarez. Don't shoot. Fuck's sake, Alvarez. Find him. Should be banned from shooting. Right, good corner in. Don't know what happened there. It's a bit of a scramble. Danny Ings fires it into someone's arse. Come on, Potter. Palace have had a really, really easy game. They've really, I mean, really easy. We've given them fuck all to think about here. And don't forget, people, there is a positive to having a bad performance here. Because after the Fulham game, where we played very well with what we had to work with, there was a situation where David Sullivan might have looked at that and gone, do you know what? Do I need to go out and spend any money, really? You know, this is a bloke that can polish a turd. So if we play poorly, and heaven forbid we go and lose this one, probably wouldn't be bad for our season as a whole, because it will probably force the issue that Sullivan needs to go out there and get some deals done that he is absolutely fucking sitting on at the moment. He's fucking around. He's fucking around. He's hanging on. He's fucking doing his usual. He's divering, trying to get better offers. It's literally, we could have had 3 good players signed by now. 3 of them. But he's just fucking around. Waiting and waiting and waiting because somehow he thinks that we're going to get a bargain. But you don't get bargains at the end of transfer windows, do you? No, you don't, because then you're desperate. He never learns. I don't think we're going to score here, are we? Kilman has turned to shit. He's an awful, awful centre-back. No way we're getting a win here, mate. I mean, if we get one, I can't see us scoring two. I mean, look, it's not impossible, but I just don't see it. Skulls into Alford. Good play from Alford. Good ball. He's looked steady, any Alford, since he's been on. When you consider this, is this his debut, Alford? Can't remember. I don't think we've kept back-to-back clean sheets in about 10 years. Eze went down like he'd been shot, trying to win a free kick, didn't get it. Oh, they're so comfortable, Palace. This is a training game for them. Fucking hell. Oh, they're bringing on Nketiah now. Okay, now it's just what we need. More pace running at us. Come on, West Ham. Fuck's sake. God, this has been hard work. Sorry, Pete. When I've gone quiet, I've they're just crowding us out. They're blocking off any parking lines. But then again, that's down to us being so static. We're not fucking moving. There's too many players standing there like traffic cones. They're playing very well. Their shape is really good, Palace. We haven't got any idea here. I've just said there's a Fulkrug-shaped hole in the side at the minute. There's been a Fulkrug-shaped hole in our fucking side all season. He's only played about 3 games for us, mate. You can't miss what you ain't never had. He's hardly ever played. Oh, no. Mitchell on the left-hand side. Whips the ball into Eze. Well, Kilman does well. Does a block. God, they're so in control. What the fuck is going on? Fulham are beating Leicester 2-0. This is a big game. This is a big game to lose. You got to beat the teams in and around you, or at least not get beat by them. Troj reckons they're going to score a second soon. I think they're more likely to score than we are. Let's face it. Yeah, I'm in agreement there, Alex. If Guilherme doesn't get a minute now, he never will. I mean, because we can't possibly be any worse. So why you wouldn't want to roll the dice and throw on a player who, regardless what anyone thinks of him, he is the fastest player at the club. He's the quickest player that we've got. Why wouldn't you put him on and just Tell him to stand on the shoulder of the fucking defender. You know, give that backline something else to think about rather than just Caduce. So he ain't got to deal with 3 defenders every 2 minutes. I don't think that the Saudis would pay what we paid for Fulkrug, mate. We got absolutely robbed blind with that deal. With the wages as well. He's on big wages. It's about a 40 million deal, 45 million deal all told with his wages. For a player that's literally going downhill. Not going to get any better. Oh, so they're 1-0 up, and they're bringing on a fucking speed demon. What are you doing, Potter? Come on, bring the player on. Trosh says you might be right. They're funny deals when you go and get them young kids from Brazil. And I think that is almost exactly the way that they are structured. Every time he hits a certain milestone, oh my God, Nketiah's gone through. Fabianski does well. They just cut us open straight through the middle. I've just seen that notification from Mavropanos. Fuck's sake. Down to 10. Oh, dear. It's a good save. That should have been a goal. It should have been 2-0. They've professionally beaten us today. Comprehensively beaten us, really. Without really breaking a sweat. We haven't laid a fucking glove on them. Yeah, I know it's a red card. I just saw it. Fuck me. Yeah, it's a red card. High boot, kicks Mateta in the face. Fuck's sake, Mavro. You're on a yellow, mate. That was bad. Oh, that was Mavroponi. I'm agreeing with you here, mate. I'm not blaming Potter for this. Poor bloke has adopted a squad with poor depth. He can't go playing 3 defensive midfielders like he did, though. He set the tone for the game there. We set out very negatively. And all that... Yeah, the preparation for the game can't have... This team didn't come out purring, did they? You know? That was a big mistake, wasn't it? That was. Does that mean Casey's going to come on? Or is Alvarez going to slot back? Or Souček? Looks like Souček's gone back there. He's a spare man, isn't he? Kilman running down the left-hand side, carrying the ball. Oh, unlucky. Scholes tried to jink inside, but he won the corner. Come on, West Ham. We didn't get the corner. You're having a fucking laugh, aren't you? Yeah, the manager bounce is over, well and truly over. Weren't much of it. Oh, look, Guillaume's coming on now with fucking 9 minutes to go. What do you want him to do? What's he going to do? Take Kudus off? He's taking Alvarez off. Where's Guillaume playing? I'm not complaining about the kids being played. Who's complaining about the kids being played? It ain't been down to them, is it? They haven't made any fucking mistakes. Alford or Scholes haven't. Good hold-up play from Danny Ings there. Souček out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka inside to Alford. Come on, Alford. Come on, don't play safe. We need someone to take a risk. Soler. Out to Kilman. Scholes. Guillaume on the left-hand side. Guillaume back to Scholes. Come on, make a decision. Good work, Scholes. Oh, no. I can understand Alvarez coming off. He was on his he was on the second yellow, wasn't he? And we just lost Kilman. So I do get it. Good bit of play there from Alford to Kudus. Lovely switch from Kudus out to Scholes. Scholes back to Soler. Soler out to Souček. Oh, fuck. It's all right. He's found Wan-Bissaka. Well done. Good feet, Wan-Bissaka. Gets down the right-hand side. Whips it in. Oh, unlucky Alford. It was on the head of Alford. I don't think he went for goal. It was more of a glance. Good ball in. Oh, lovely ball in from deep from Soler. Off the top of Kudus's head, rushing across the 6-yard box. Looking better. Come on. Oh. Unlucky Kuds. Good ball in from Soler there as well. Well done. Is that a shot on target? I think it might be. Oh, God. Hospital header from Souček there. Wan-Bissaka. Dazzling feet on the right-hand side. Knocks it out to Kudus. Plays it back to Souček. Souček switches it inside to Kilman. Back out to Souček again. Right, Kudus. Oh. Right, Soler picks it up. Good little switch out to Scholes on the left-hand side. Oh, it's gone across to Kudus on the other side. Kudus against Mitchell. Gets the ball in. Oh! Scholes. Go on, Scholes. Driving. Go on, well done. He's still going. Cuts it back. There's no one there. Fuck's sake, someone make a run. Great work there from Scholes. Good feet from Kilman. Oh. Fuck's sake. Kilman chasing Mateta. Don't know why. He ain't going to do nothing. He won't tackle him, will he? The last thing he'll do is fucking tackle someone, Kilman. Don't know what he's chasing him for. Penalty. Too damn. I'll just change. I've not seen it yet. I'll just change the score. Kilman loses the ball high up the pitch. Literally directly involved in both goals. He's a fucking unit, Mateta, isn't he? Size of him. I think any hopes that we had of qualifying for Europe this season just went up in smoke. This season is dead, unfortunately. This is now just a long pre-season for Potter to try and get it right for next season. That's how we've got to look at it, I think. It's just fucked. Fabianski goes the right way and it just squirms underneath him. It's time to drop the dinosaurs. Oh, how long have we been saying that for, mate? Honestly. And they never get fucking dropped, do they? We're going to have another load of cart horses in there next week trying to play football. Shocker, innit? XG are pretty comparable. We're at home, mate. And all we've done is muster a limp little fucking header off of I don't even think it was a header, it was off of Caduce's back. We play like this against Palace, it's going to be carnage, isn't it? Not Palace, against Villa. Fucking fuming with this. Not with Potter. I'm not fuming with Potter. I'm not going to have a go at him. This is new to him. Like I said to you, he's had a game every 4 fucking days. He's had players dropping like flies. He's had Paqueta that he's had to play with an injury by the sound of it in this game. Well, we didn't beat the Nigels. It's a complete rebuild, mate. This is the thing, a complete rebuild. This is what happens when you bring absolute dickheads into the club. When you bring absolute donkeys, people like Moyes, people like fucking Lopetegui, and you give them loads of money, they expect to burn cash. And that's what we've done. It's about 650 million across Moyes and Lopetegui's tenures that we've spent in the space of 4.5 years. And this squad is a result of £650 million investment. It's fucking shocking. And now they're complaining about, oh, you know, we might be close to FFP. Pull the other one. Fuck off. It's been one of the worst games of the season, this. Yeah, all we need now is for David Moyes to win tomorrow. And then West Ham Twitter is going to fucking explode and that divide will be back 100%. Oh, it's never easy. We do have to give him time though, people. We've got to give him time. You can't go jumping on his back straight away. He has not created this mess. Potter has not created this mess. Yes, he didn't start with the best lineup, in my opinion. It was a very, very fucking negative game plan, negative formation, negative lineup, in my opinion. But maybe that's because he's had a look at what he's got and gone, it's no surprise we're hemorrhaging goals like we are. The first job that he's got when he comes into this team, if we don't stop conceding fucking goals, we're not going to win games. So they've got to spend some money. We need new centre backs as well. We just do. We need new centre backs. You can't tell me that Casey wouldn't do a worse job. Casey couldn't do a worse job. A kid with no confidence couldn't do a worse job than either of those two fucking dickheads we've had at the back today. I mean, they've each got positive attributes to their game in terms of defensive attributes. Like Kilman's 6'5", so he's good in the air. He wins headers. Oh, God. Guilherme put Fabianski under trouble there. Oh, Guilherme does look very lightweight, doesn't he? He looks a bit lost out there. He don't look like the fastest player in the fucking team. I will say that. I'm not blaming him, but I've not seen him. If he is that quick, I haven't seen him open up once. You know. What is the no points for a while coming up? Well, what's the next run of games? I know we've got Villa. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh my fucking God. Villa away. Chelsea away. Brentford at home. Arsenal away. Oh, wow. The better team have won today. No complaints from me on that front. I'm not saying we're hard done by. Manager, the referee ain't been great, but look, Palace have been the better team. They've been more organised. They've had a game plan. They've executed it. They've completely nullified us. Whilst providing a bit of threat going the other way themselves. To think I was thinking we was going to win 4-0 before the game. Nick, don't you dare say anything about Guilherme, mate. Nothing has been created for him. What are you talking about? I'm making an observation. I said I haven't seen him do much yet. What I haven't seen him do is open his legs, you know, and press and look like he is the fastest player in the team. That's all I'm saying. I'm not blaming him. You can make observations. We're watching a fucking game, and I'm doing a watch-along, Gibbo. Do you want me just to sit here and say fuck all? Or sit here and say how amazing all of these players are playing? Is that what you'd fucking prefer? Talk bollocks, basically. Surreal Frame, you had a touch working, mate. Honestly, I wish I'd been working. That's it. Game over. Okay. I'm going to give it half hour. I'm going to cool down, think about things, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the post-match reaction shortly. I mean, there's a load of you on here now. I'll just think for me, I'm absolute to give you a. I'll tell you what my initial thoughts are after that game. We set up terribly. So playing with 3 centre-backs and 3 central defensive midfielders was a stupid fucking game plan. You know, Wan-Bissaka isn't a creative winger. He looks good running down the wing, but he's not. He's not a wing back. He's brilliant defensively. And when you look at the fucking mess that we get in defensively, you need Wan-Bissaka back there, don't you? You do. And playing 3 samey midfielders in front of them. 6 defenders today. 8 if you count Wan-Bissaka and Emerson. 8 defenders. You know? 1 goalkeeper, 2 forwards. What was we ever going to create? You had Soler, who had a great game last week, was involved in every one of the goals. The one that was disallowed, the one that he scored, and then not the last one. He was off the pitch, but he was involved in 2 of the 3 goals or whatever it was. Weren't on the pitch. I just think that was poor. It was dead. It was drab. I don't know what the game plan was. Was the game plan to kill it? Was the game plan to block it and kill the game? I don't know. But yeah, Soler on the bench. Paqueta obviously won himself. Apparently he picked up a knock before the game, which is why he was the first to come off. Not good. Feels like normal service has been resumed. That was as bad as anything we've seen this season. As bad. As defensive. As boring. As dull as anything we've seen this season. Littered with defensive mistakes from Kilman, who was directly involved in both goals, and also in the first half where he just allowed Mateta to run across him and get a shot away across the face of Fabianski without even attempting to throw his body in the way of the fucking shot. And then, what did he do with Mateta for his goal? Backing off. Mateta ain't got no fucking skill. He's a big lump, but he's a player that you can't let him get a shot away like that. And then Kilman loses the ball further up the pitch and then busts a gut trying to get back to chase Mateta. Like I said earlier on, I don't know why, because he ain't going to put a fucking tackle in, is he? He don't like tackling. Anyway, Fabianski gives the ball away. Fabianski gives a penalty away. And, yeah, that was shit. That was shit. Real shit. I'm going to give it half hour. I'm going to come back and do the post-match reaction. And it's going to be I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be very, very ball intensive because they've got to spend some fucking money. They're dragging their heels. We are on January the fucking 18th. Our team is littered. It's completely littered with fucking... That was a must-win game today when you look at the games we've got coming up. We've got Villa, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brentford coming up. We had to win that today. But he's fucking around, Sullivan. So I'll speak to you all in a bit. Do us a favour. Drop a like on the stream before you go. That ain't the love heart. Come out the live chat. Press a thumbs up for me. That would really be appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the watch along anyway. It was a shit game. I'm sorry. I can't help that. I did my best. Right. I'll speak to you all soon. Very soon, actually. In about half an hour. Come on, you ones.